Hey guys, it's Bearded Broman here, and when I'm not dominating in the wrestling ring or showing off my genetic jackhammer tool to the ladies, I'm giving the weird news, and I have the top 5 weird wrestling gimmicks of all time. At number 5, Mantar. Who thought this was a good idea? I bet you they found some geek off the street that was reading some Greek mythology, all hopped up on cocaine, and saw this guy come to the police station with a dozen donuts and said, "Hey, Minotaur Mantar, hey, you want a job?" And he said, "Yeah, because I just got fired at this one." So he goes walking down the ring with this ridiculous Benny the Bull headdress, takes the headdress off, and moos. Yes, folks, he boos at his opponent. Now, how is that supposed to be intimidating? He's a walking buffalo steak, for Christ's sake. He's mooing at his opponent. Not to mention his wrestling attire must have took him 10,000 squirrels to make that hide. I don't know about you folks, but this wrestling gimmick was not very good. If you think tricks are all for kids, well, you're wrong. Number 4 comes in Fantasia. I don't know what they thought about this guy. This guy looks like he just broke out of the 5-finger circus and decided to give his try into some wrestling.
What is it about why are there magicians in wrestling? Why is this man shooting confetti fingers at people? Why is his face a mask to reveal yet another mask, to reveal confetti being pulled from his face? I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. Bearded Broman, it's because you took a bite out of me. I feel molested.
That's because you were nice and red and juicy.
Well, Bearded Broman, I do like it when you touch my apple-y center.
I always dig for the truth at the core. And at number 3, if you thought magic tricks was bad enough, what about a carny? Meet what? Am I reading this right? Kazarni? This guy looks like he's wearing 10-year-old mascara, and I think he drives a van without any windows. He might be parked by the river once in a while, too. I wouldn't take your kids there to get some ice cream, if you know what I mean. This guy is completely weird. I think the wrestling world wasn't thinking at this time that Kazarni would be a hit. He is creepy. He's downright creepy. He makes your skin crawl. He even makes my beard tingle. And that's not a good sign unless, of course, Alexa Bliss is around, but I don't see her around here. He's just got this slimy, creepy, I want to molest everybody in your family look. And I just don't think that belongs into wrestling. That's just not good business there.
Why does he look like Chris Angel if he downed a year's worth of cheeseburgers from McDonald's every day?
It sounds like to me that Chris Angel had more talent and used a lot less mascara and eyeliner because obviously he was more famous. I don't even think Kazarni, did he even step in a wrestling ring?
I'll be honest, I don't see myself willing to get mouth-to-mouth resuscitation from Kazarni, even if he was Hasselhoff Baywatch levels. Friar Ferguson, Friar Ferguson.
So you get a retired monk who broke his vows. He comes in there and he's a monk. He's got the monk hairdo. He's got the monk face. He's about 400 pounds, way too much. I would say he ate McDonald's back in the day, but there was no McDonald's. There was McFly, and McFly made a lot of McFly donuts, and he ate too many. So while he's beating people in the wrestling room, actually sitting on their Friar Ferguson sat on their face? That is diabolical. Oh my God, we gotta go to our honorable mention. And now for our honorable mention before we reach number 1.
George, the Animal Steel.
What can you say to a guy that comes in the ring and has more hair than a silverback? I think his best wrestling move was eating the turnbuckle. Can you imagine eating the turnbuckle? That foam, you don't know where that foam is. Andre the Giant's sweat's been on that foam. Randy the Macho Man Savage's sweat been on the... Speaking of Randy the Macho Man Savage, George the Animal Steel and his animal instinct really liked Miss Elizabeth. In fact, you could say he chased her around. He did a lot of things with her, or he tried to do a lot of things with her. It really never happened because the Macho Man just didn't want that brutal ape touching her. I mean, he had that wrinkly forehead. He actually looked like a Mr. Potato Head. I always wanted to pull out one of his ears and put it somewhere else. And he had a Tweety Bird pose, but what was most weird about Animal Steel was his green tongue. Rumor has it that he went to wrestling one day, but he had a few too many, if you know what I mean. He couldn't go to Vince Sr. drunk. He couldn't let Vince Sr. smell the brandy or the alcohol on his breath. So he drank some Listerine, which a chemical reaction happened, and there came his green tongue. Vince McMahon Sr. was so impressed, he goes, "That's your gimmick." And that's how a legend is born. And at number 1, Mr. McMahon. Yes, it is the same Vincent Kennedy McMahon, but remember, folks, this is the gimmick. Mr. McMahon. This is the guy that rose from the ashes of Montreal. He became the CEO of WWF, now WWE.
Mr. McMahon a Canadian, the rattlesnake, and had a dance-off with God.
And he talks to himself. And AOL Time Warner chats. Yes, you heard me correctly. In 1998, Vince McMahon was seen talking to himself. In fact, he even wanted a little piece of Monica at the time. Who didn't want Monica at the time? Heck, even I was a young bearded Broman, barely off my mom's teeth, and I wanted a piece of Monica. I mean, when you think about it, Mr. McMahon, he's the one that allowed all these other crazy and weird gimmicks. What kind of a mindset do you think he has? And he loves showing his ass. His ass. What kind of a man walks out there who already has millions of dollars but shows his ass? People are paying money to see Mr. McMahon's ass, and not to mention William Regal had a kiss at one time too. Ugh. Ugh. I mean, come on, folks. The Kiss My Ass Club. That is strange. Chap up your lips. Pucker up, baby, because it's gonna be one wild, hairy ride. And that is my top 5 weirdest wrestling gimmicks of all time. I don't have anything else to say. I think I gotta get out of here. I think I'm gonna go grab a cheeseburger. Maybe I'm gonna have some apple pie. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.